Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for August 30th, 2013. It's currently 8:44 a.m. and we have variable cloud cover, certainly overcast right along the coast, with temperatures ranging from the lower 70s over much of the Philadelphia metropolitan area and much of New Jersey, upper 60s to lower 70s over Long Island and New York City, and mid to upper 60s over much of the northern interior. So, what could we expect for today? Pretty much rinse and repeat like what we saw yesterday, with the potential for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. A few of those thunderstorms could reach severe levels, although it's very unlikely at this point. But they will be featuring very heavy downpours. We've seen that quite a bit over eastern Pennsylvania over the past couple of days, where these isolated thunderstorms driven by weak disturbances drop south. They linger over eastern Pennsylvania and produce very heavy rainfall and flash flooding. So pretty much we're continuing that same type of pattern. When you take a look at the latest surface map, you can see high pressure is shifting towards the mid-Atlantic coast, producing variable cloud cover but generally dry conditions. And we have one disturbance here over the western Great Lakes and another disturbance here over central Canada. This disturbance will rapidly move east this evening, moving through the region and weakening, and then we have our next cold front for tomorrow evening that will move through as well. And as you can see, we have even more cold fronts up here in central Canada to contend with as well. So you can see here that we're basically setting up a pattern where we continuously have these cold fronts move through. And we currently are ranging pretty much near to slightly above normal for this time of year right now. But as these cold fronts move through, that pattern will start to break down and a nice trough will start to dig into the eastern United States. Here's the latest radar as of this morning, and pretty much you can see it's rather dry out there. Now, what we're going to have to watch out for are these disturbances out here over the Great Lakes. As they dive south and east by late this afternoon and this evening, they could spark a few isolated showers or thunderstorms over portions of eastern Pennsylvania and northwestern New Jersey. I think right now the New York City and Philadelphia metros will remain dry today. But again, you can't rule out any one of these isolated thunderstorms or showers reaching the region because of these little pesky mid-level disturbances. They're very difficult to forecast for, and you have to kind of keep an eye on them throughout the day. But for the most part, I think that the coast remains dry. The interior will have the best threat for these showers and thunderstorms if they do develop. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see generally clear conditions. This black spot that shows up right there, that's because of solar influence. Some solar rays messing up with the satellite. It happens. So, like I was saying, pretty much variable cloud cover. We have some low cloud cover here, and this is what we're going to have to watch out for this evening. And this, all the way on the edge here, is what we're going to have to watch out for Saturday evening. On the water vapor satellite picture, you can see the dry air that was over the region last night is shifting off the coast. Here's one disturbance here. It's very well developed. We have another disturbance diving south over the southern plains that won't have any influence, I think, on the weather pattern, but it's something to keep an eye on just to see how it influences this disturbance diving south. As you can see, it's rather well developed here, but as it dives into this what we call confluent weather pattern over the northern mid-Atlantic, I expect this to weaken and start to basically collapse as it's diving south and east. And then here's our other disturbance here that should strengthen as it moves over the northern plains and then starts to weaken again as it moves towards the northeast. Using the latest model guidance, I'm going to use the Rapid Update Model Guidance. Okay, it's called RAP. Okay, and I probably messed up the name there, but you get the point. It takes the latest data and spits out new model data. So it's good for mesoscale models and out to about basically 24 hours. Thereafter, you really don't want to use it. The best time period to use this model is for the first 12 hours. So here we are for this afternoon. You can see it's pretty dry out there. And by the time we move into this evening, basically what we see here is that generally the coast is dry, but we have a few of these pop-up showers here to have to watch out for over central and eastern Pennsylvania. And as we move further on into the evening towards, let's say, about 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., you can see generally the region is dry, but you see the potential here. Now, you never take any of these models verbatim, but you kind of see the point here and what the model is trying to portray. Disturbance diving south and east, and as a result, watch out for a few pop-up showers. Not anything widespread or a washout for your evening plans, but something just to keep an eye on and just beware of, that you could run into an isolated shower that could last about 15-20 minutes, produce a brief heavy downpour, and then gets out of there. So just something to keep an eye on for this evening, just for you to be aware of. Here's the latest European model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website. Again, for this evening, here's our ridge, basically centered over the central part of the country, shifting towards the west coast. Here's our disturbance diving south and east with the potential for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Temperatures generally ranging from the upper 70s to lower 80s along the immediate coast, basically Long Island, and lower to mid 80s everywhere else. Tomorrow, same story once again, disturbances diving south. We have a cold front that will be approaching tomorrow evening with more widespread showers and thunderstorms. Let me rephrase that. They'll be more widespread than what they are now, which is extremely isolated. So look for widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. For the most part, most locations, again, will remain dry, but you can't rule out a strong thunderstorm here and there. I think severe thunderstorms are going to be even more isolated in this nature. Again, for Saturday evening, watch out for the showers and thunderstorms. Saturday afternoon, not too bad. Temperatures in the mid-80s for the most part. Upper 70s to lower 80s over Long Island. Lower to mid-80s along the New Jersey coast. If you have plans to head out to the beach, you could do so. Just beware of a few showers and thunderstorms later in the afternoon. Go play some skee ball or go watch a movie or whatnot in the evening. On Sunday, again, same threat, same scenario. A few disturbances diving south and east, a threat for a shower or thunderstorm, a few disturbances here and there. Not a washout, but a bit of a nuisance. Temperatures basically in the mid-80s, a few upper 80s possible in the Philadelphia metropolitan area and the Delaware River Valley. Lower to mid-80s along the immediate coast. And then for Labor Day, well, it's not going to be all that bad. We have a cold front that will be approaching, but I think that's going to hold off until the late afternoon hours. So if you have plans in the early afternoon hours, be mindful of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, but generally temperatures are going to be rather warm in the mid to upper 80s away from the coast, lower to mid 80s along the coast. Again, not the best day out of this holiday weekend. That's probably going to be tomorrow. But it's not a complete washout with this cold front. And quite frankly, as it's diving south and east, it will be weakening as it's moving further away from the strongest lifting, which will be focused over the St. Lawrence River Valley and New England. So I don't think it's going to be a washout, but it's certainly a bit of a nuisance for Labor Day. And then as you head back to work for Tuesday, another cold front will move through. A few more scattered showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures again ranging from the lower to mid 80s along the coast. Mid 80s away from the coast. Could be a few upper 80s around the Philadelphia metropolitan area. And then finally for Wednesday and Thursday, we have cooler weather conditions. There's still going to be cold fronts moving through, producing a few isolated to widely scattered showers. I think the thunderstorm threat will decrease, but one thing that will definitely decrease will be the humidity and the temperatures. We're going to be falling back into the upper 70s to lower 80s throughout the entire Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, with lower humidity and lows in the upper 50s to lower 60s. So we're definitely shifting towards a gradual cooler pattern. We're not there yet. And moving forward over the long range pattern, just showing this real fast, you can see the presence of more of a trough over eastern North America and a ridge over western North America. We're not there as far as, driving a deep trough into the eastern United States yet, but we're definitely gradually moving towards that point with cooler weather conditions on the way. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have a wonderful day out there. Of course, be safe and follow the latest weather information at nyNJPAweather.com and NYNJPA Weather on Twitter and Facebook.